Do I still have mine on?
Yep.
I do.
Yeah, you're all like shades of blue.
Blue's my favorite color.
I would
Not this
say
color of blue. Or like that. There we go.
Where do we get the stream link from?
roll to seduce r/r20.
All right, so who's brave enough for a recap?
Let's go back to the old recap.
Yeah, what's the old recap?
I think we killed the. Starting off from last session, we the brave party met Vaco's friend, who I forgot the name of, and I almost forgot the name of Vaco too. And we had a short exchange before Vaco's friend disappeared into the caves again. And we were able to kill the big Grick, and leave the small little goblin cavern, as well as avenge Revi. And yeah, that's it, I think.
Yeah, so Vaco, sort of as everyone's sort of collecting themselves after the air elemental, and you had a long rest, and you saw the the were-rat woman sneaking around again. Vaco sort of lets everyone know that he needs to go back up to the surface to help Geo recover from their ordeal with the Undertakers. The party sort of fills him in on the situation with Spirits on Tap. I actually remembered the name of your bar this time. And so he says that he'll wait there for a while until Geo's recovered, and then find you again.
All right.
As you come sort of back from your long rest, the image of a wizened old crone sipping tea in a shop stuffed with scrolls, tomes, and other minutiae consumes your mind. A voice narrates, Tasselgrin Veldan, Skullport's most respected magus. Those in need of a spell scroll or a message sent back to the surface will be fond customers of her services. Magus Veldan also offers teleportation back to the surface. Go on, solicit her services. Watch how far you can get away, my dearest contestants. See how far you can run before I wring your God's damned little brittle necks. Customers should seek out Magus Veldan services in the Poisoned Quill of Skullport.
We just got a damn advertisement as a dream.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna drop the whole Fox thing out of character. Fox says, "Yeah, I think so."
He's hung around us enough. He could have picked it up.
Yeah. I think their service will be useful.
Indeed, but
well, we don't need it now.
I mean, to be honest, we don't even know where the hell it is.
That's true.
From my guess, it's somewhere around the 3rd floor, but that's just from the things I've seen scribbled in the other room.
Mm-hmm. Well, what now? Shall we explore the caves more?
Well, yeah, I'm sure there's lots of stuff in here that needs tending to with my greedy little fingers.
Oh, we can't see the map.
You're still on the... There you go.
I can't find us. Could you shift ping us, please? Thank you.
I only learnt about shift ping very recently.
Yeah, I was the one that told you about it.
And I completely forgot until you just mentioned it right then.
Whoa.
All right.
I'm feeling stronger than ever. I feel more divine and
We just had a long rest.
Oh yeah. So we're full HP, right? Or
we're all nice and recovered and recuperated. No fatigue, no bleeding.
nice.
As
I can cast more spells.
as
And
you
then
continue to pack up, music floats into your mind. It's a sorrowful score performed on piano. Darkness clouds your vision before giving way to a portrait of a plain woman dressed in yellow and blue robes. Their face betrays the subtlest hint of a smile. "Oh, Jasira," a voice murmurs. "Where could you have gone, my darling, precious pupil Jasira? Why would you forsake us? Why? Why? Answer me!" So the world trembles as the voice twists with spite and rage. "Then go, go, wench, begone, treacherous cur." The rasp of steel against a scabbard rings through you. A blade comes crashing down on the portrait of Jasira. Your very blood, it sings, it rages. You fall to your knees, hands clasped about your eyes as the darkness takes you away from the scene of betrayal and heartbreak. And then, in a moment, it's all gone.
That
Don't
happened
know
while we
what
were
we
white.
ate last night, but damn, I'm never eating that again.
Same here, Gustav. I think someone's trying to tell us something.
I've got a feeling that too, maybe, but like we get woken up by an advertisement
Mm-hmm.
to stand up and be forced into our knees by some sort of weird vision that causes us to feel all these weird things. This dungeon's a doozy.
Just writing down some. Fox takes out a notepad with a pen and quill. Or wait, pen and quill. Like he writes down notes about the pianists and the old hag
Notes
or
about
crone.
notes about the what?
The
The
crone.
pianist.
The pianist.
The pianist. Yeah.
As for Fox starts writing, Gustav's gonna pat him on the and be like, "See, you're getting it down real good."
yeah. Uh, yeah. My adventures. I think through. I've been blessed with a smart intellect.
And a good teacher, if I say so myself.
Oh,
Gustav,
thank you.
roll a history check for us.
History.
The name Jasira rings a bell, but you can't quite place it.
See, he's stroking his beard, and he's like, I feel like I should know that name, but I don't.
You should
Perhaps I'll
probably
have one of those kooky dreams and it'll explain it to me.
Yeah. But for now, onward.
Yeah,
And
we should
Fox
get while the
starts.
getting's good. Now,
True.
as I recall, that damn rat person was stalking us and they went this way.
I see. What about this door?
That
there
does have my attention. Flip, would you mind giving her the once over, making sure none of us are gonna die if we touch it?
Yeah, it's a door. No traps. It's you
Imagine if he had advantage on this roll.
or disadvantage.
Is Flip talking? Because I can't hear.
I'm gonna do push to talk. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'll take point just in case there's any traps that sit out spike. If I'm wearing some good armor, I should be fine.
Okay.
Where do you guys want to go now? Do you want to head
So,
left, right, or through this door?
Let's
So
go through the
it's-
door.
so it's a pretty nondescript hallway. There's a stairway going up, and then looks like two doors further down. They are pretty dusty. Like there hasn't been anyone in this area for many, many hundreds, if not thousands of years.
Breathe it in, the dander of ancients.
And this
Um,
place gives me the cheapers.
Gustav, roll a history check again.
You see Gustav start to contemplate when
So as you're looking through sort of like these hallways and these rooms, you remember back to your dwarven training and notice a lot of familiarity in the infrastructure that you're looking at. So you generally know anyway that you're sort of looking at, ancient architecture that was used by dwarves, but this area looks distinctly dwarven made.
this place reminds me of where the man who taught me to speak Dwarven, Hjalgrim. This reminds me of the stuff he kept around this place. This place is definitely 100% Dwarven.
Huh.
Why are the doors so big?
They're short, but they're squatty. They gotta find a way to get them +1 biceps through there anyway.
Well,
Which way are we going?
I saw a dwarf once in the jungle. In the forest, not jungle. What am I talking
The
about?
hell are they doing there? Normally they diggy holes.
Did I enter too soon? I shall
No,
stay.
that's
behind
fine.
the door.
So you open the door to this room. The door sort of takes a little bit of pushing to get open, but it's it's unlocked and gets open easily enough. Carved into the walls 2 feet off the floor, 11 bare stone shelves meant to serve as beds. Each shelf is 7 foot long and 3 foot deep, with an arched ceiling 4 feet above it.
You're telling me we could have slept in here?
You sure there's a dwarven bed?
Gustav's gonna go lay on the dwarven bed and test his comfort.
It's a stone shelf, so it's as comfortable as a stone shelf is.
Beats prison.
I think it's quite prison. I think it's pretty prison.
Oh no, I just had to sleep in the mud.
Just gonna have a quick look through to see if there's anything else of interest in the room.
No, they're completely bare, the shelves, and let's roll an investigation check. I'll let you do it at advantage.
Red dice. Ooh.
So you give the room a thorough once over, and you do find 2 little lumps of gold just in the corner of one of the shelves. Looks like someone's discarded it at some point. Each little lump of gold is sort of roughly equivalent to 1 gold piece each.
Wow.
No.
I was going to say there was nothing there, but because you got such a high roll, I was like, well, we'll give him something.
I like that.
Nice.
All right. What do?
Yeah, that's a good find. And it looks like they're going south without me. I better catch up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take point right here next to the door.
So the next door opens as easily as the one sort of to the north. This room is identical to the room above, except for one detail. Lying in one of the beds is a skeleton. Fox, roll a history check.
Yes, sir. Okay.
The skeleton's a humanoid. It has legs and arms.
You think? At least you think.
I look at the skeleton and I say, "Huh, that's a
I think it's
skeleton."
dead.
How did a skeleton get here? It completely draped in cobwebs, and it's wearing hide armor and clutching an oak quarterstaff.
I'm gonna pick up the quarterstaff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it the once over.
Yeah, looks to be in serviceable condition.
I don't know how long he's been down here with this being in usable condition like this. I'm gonna. Can I roll a medicine to see if I can figure out how he died?
Sure.
looks like he didn't put up much of a fight.
It's hard to tell exactly how they died, although it doesn't appear to have been a violent death. But yeah, there's not much you can tell, sort of in the absence of flesh and organs.
Huh.
Well, it doesn't appear he was like stabbed in the head or nothing. But
I gently touch the skeleton, try to shake it around, see if anything happens.
You gently shake it.
I gently shake it. I
uh,
rattle its bones.
you gently shake it, and its head like flops to the side and rolls off the shelf and shatters on the stone floor.
oh, before it shatters, can I do an acrobatics or dexterity to see if I can catch it?
Yeah, try a dex saving throw.
Oh, if it rolled.
I did not see roll.
There it goes.
Ooh,
Right,
I'm
so
not very dexterous.
You
Yeah,
kick
like-
it across the.
yeah, you know, like when something falls and off a shelf or something like that, and it goes past your hand, so you try and like catch it with the top of your foot. Well, you do that, but you just like kick it across the room, and it shatters against the wall on the other side.
Whoops.
All right, he's gonna go and he's gonna scrape up the skull pieces, put them back there, and he's gonna do like a prayer ritual
Oh, wow.
to basically give this man a funeral, or this woman, this dead humanoid.
Wow. Proper paladin through and through. Good job, Gustav.
Oh, that's what I'm here for. And with that, he's gonna take and look in the exact same spot where Flip found the gold last time.
Yeah, no other gold.
Damn, I knew it was too good for the room to be exactly identical.
The hide armor, is that also serviceable?
Yes.
You may loot the corpse.
You kind of already did.
Yeah.
You looted it of a quarterstaff and its head.
I didn't
Those,
put the quarterstaff in my
respectful.
inventory.
Oh
He's
yeah.
gonna
I should-
bury him with the quarterstaff. Well, sort of bury him. He's gonna leave him on the shelf with the quarterstaff.
Let's see. loot.
Yeah, I think I only have leather armor, so I might take the hide.
Yep. Kobold's medium or small sized?
I think. No, I didn't take the quarterstaff.
Oh, what is it?
Okay.
Medium, but I'm not
Never
sure.
mind. I'll delete the core. I'll delete that. I
Can't
put
remember.
2. I'll put in parentheses who put it in their inventory.
According to D&D, the monster version of kobolds are small, but I can't find the player
Yeah.
base.
Yeah, I can see here. Yeah, size is small. So Flip, you will need to have that refitted before it becomes functional for you.
That's cool. I'll stuff it in my bag.
No hide armor for you, Flip.
Wait, I just remembered something. I leveled up. You know what that means? I get to use some smithing tools on my great axe to see if I can make it a +1.
Oh yeah, I did make that a thing. I can't remember what the rolls were.
It was a DC 15, I do believe you said.
Yep.
That's yeah, that's a lot more than 15. That's
Ooh.
practically almost twice 15.
But you're also not at a forge at this time.
Oh, you have to be at a forge.
Yeah.
I'm upset.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't just so
You're
like
also
start.
not at a forge.
You can't start banging away at your weapon just on the cold stone floor and have it work.
I have no idea what the process of making a +1 weapon is lore-wise, I'll be honest.
It's probably sharpening the weapon, maybe infusing it with some
Pretty
magical
sure
power.
you would need a forge for it. I don't see how
Alright.
you can refine a weapon without a forge.
True. Gustav, take point again. Our beefy paladin. Our strong man.
Alright. I'm gonna head forward.
I will get Revy to
And
catch up. Just assume Revy's following you at the moment.
I
Okay.
just assume that everybody's around at all points.
I'm just going to be casually checking for traps as we go through the dusty corridor.
I'm gonna sit right here, waiting for.
No traps.
Okay,
Gustav, you recognize the room that you enter here as more of like what the dwarves would consider to be like a VIP suite. So the Malayan dwarves built these rooms for honored guests in the underhalls. On the door to the suite, it's carved in with the image of a stern, heavily armored dwarf warrior locked in a defensive stance behind a shield.
Oh wait. He doesn't enter in that case. First, he kneels and bows to the door, and then enters.
So every
Yeah.
wall of this empty room is carved with floor-to-ceiling fresco of a cavern wall, giving the room a cave-like quality. You can hear the trickling of water from around the back wall here.
Does this place have its own bathroom?
I wondrously peer at the walls, and I gently brush and touch them. I'm like, wow,
I look
those
inside
dwarves
this
are
room.
quite something.
So Gustav goes around to really what's like an ensuite bathroom. So the southern half of the room contains a sunken basin with a drain at the west end of a stone drain plug nearby. There's a heavy stone spigot sticking out the south wall of the basin, and it's still working. So you can it's not a steady stream of water because it looks like someone's forgotten to turn it off at some point, but there's clean hot water pouring into the basin.
I put the cork in it.
Put the cork in what?
I put the cork in the basin to make it fill up.
All right. Yep. Yep. It fills up. Takes about with the rate from the spigot, it takes about 15 minutes to fill the basin.
All right. He's gonna be like, everybody, this is clean drinking water. Fill it up. And after everyone fills up the canteens, he's gonna begin stripping and get ready for a bath. Into the tub he goes.
Yep. The water is like lovely and warm and very relaxing.
Oh.
No, you can't join. Don't even get any ideas.
Oh. He can't hear you either. Flip. Oh, come on. I'll be a part. I'll stand far.
Get in this water with me. I will hit you very hard. Wait
Please.
your turn.
Wait, can you
Okay.
hear me now?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
Heard that.
Alright, I just hopped out and back in. What did I miss?
Gustav ran a
Gustav
bath
took
and
the
jumped in.
bath, but
Of
he
course
won't let
you
me
did.
join.
So he's gonna take his sweet time in this, and probably like 30 minutes to an hour later, he's gonna finally come out.
Was that a short rest?
It's like Gustav's all wrinkled to shit. And
Yeah.
And feeling
Was it
good.
cold water and he has to roll for hypothermia?
No, it's lovely and warm. It's heated by a natural source below somewhere.
Dwarven
Not every
architecture.
day you get to take a bath in a dwarven bathtub. Oh, that's nice.
Fox
While
after
he was
being bored. Like, all right, let's go.
not too sure if it was done, but while he was in the bath, I would have just casually looked around the room to see if there was anything of interest.
No, it's just like just a VIP suite that hasn't been used for hundreds of years.
Fair enough.
So
It appears.
there doesn't appear to be anywhere else to explore throughout these. It's almost like a dwarven hotel that you're in. So you come across two dormitories and a VIP room with a bathroom.
I would have paid a lot to stay here.
Well,
Alright, so what do we want to do? Do we want to go down the crooked hallway that prevents archers, or do we want to head back the way we came?
I think let's go to the crooked hallway. See what's there. Probably leads back to one of our other pathways that we've been around.
Likely, or we're gonna end up stepping on a trap set by the rat woman.
True.
Rat woman.
You're the rat woman. Oh,
I'm sit by the door and wait for him to check it out like normal. I'm gonna hold my action to push flip back in case anything's behind this door.
So opening this door, you notice that is a similar. It is the same hallway that you came into when you first found Flindel and Sylvia, the two were-rats. Although instead of going up that way, you went that way to like go
I
down.
see.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess we could just continue going west. Well, at least I think it's west. I'm getting all discombobulated in here.
Same here.
Okay, so let me just find. Fuck's sake. As you move towards the end of this area here, the image of sort of like a ghostly image appears in front of you, and it is an image of the same woman that you saw in the visions. The one that the voice referred to as Jaciria.
Syria.
Gustav's gonna take a step forward and be like, "Ma'am, everything alright?"
She smiles and sort of like nods. Not quite. I wouldn't call it shyly, but nods just quietly. She's not sort of outspoken or anything like that. What she does is she points at you all gently, and then gestures sort of back towards the hallways of where you were, back down here, and conjures the vision of the alcove with the harp. Remember that?
Oh, the Buddha statue thing, right?
Oh yeah. Ooh. The one with the bronze visage one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have the broken pole from that.
Do you think we can open the door now?
What the? Is there anything we need to know about the area, man?
She points back towards the alcove here. There's a statue, and on that statue is a.
Please be a bronze massage. Please be
a bronze mask.
I approach the mask and try to take it.
Gustav's gonna pull you back and be like, "You're not touching nothing after last time."
What do you mean? Please.
Shush!
All right, all right.
I had to yeet you 15 feet.
I'll have a quick look
That's
to see
okay.
if I
You know,
can.
you make a fair point. You make a fair point, Gustav.
No, it looks all good at the top.
Yeah, nothing stands out as it's molded to resemble someone's face. It looks like an old man.
Approach, and he's gonna be like, "Back up in case it like possesses me with some sort of weird shadow demon." He's gonna pick it up. He's gonna put it on.
As he puts it on, I like let out a wait.
Yep.
You shouldn't put on something so quick. I think it's related to the other statue, the one we came across last time.
Nothing happens. You put it on. It feels cold to the touch, but there's no effect, ill or positive.
Okay, so he's gonna slowly turn around. Gustav is, and he's gonna start going, "I must consume flesh."
No, Gustav, you shouldn't have put the mask on. I walk up to him and I like try to slap his face, and I'm like, "No, snap out of it, please!" And try to like rip the mask off.
He's gonna slap his arms down and be like, it's just yanked in your chain. You should have seen the look on your face. You're like, oh no, I'm about to die.
For a moment, I stand there kind of confused. Then, as soon as everything kicks in, I try to let out Fox lets out a little giggle. He's like, "Oh, okay, I see what you did there." Oh, he got me worried for a second.
Oh, that was the point. Well, it seems like it's pretty good. I don't feel any weird homicidal urges any more than usual. Kidding.
Oh. Okay.
And I'm gonna try talking to that statue back down there. I think with this on, fingers crossed it'll work.
Let's go.
Ma'am, is there anything I need to do with this particular? Anything I need to do with the mask, or do I just have to like look at the statue?
As you look back to her to sort of get more information, and she's already disappeared.
Huh.
Oh, well, I just wasted a bunch of breath. I guess you're supposed to look at the spirit before you talk to him. Because I pictured him like looking down at the thing with his back facing her, and then turn around and see she's not there.
Who are you talking to, Gustav?
I was
You sure that
talking to
mask didn't
Ghost.
have any effect?
Do I
What
need to
ghost
eat
story?
you again?
No, just kidding.
Alright, let's go. You know, this here mask reminds me of Graham. I didn't get to know him. I just found his, I was talking to Flip.
Oh, okay.
Flip?
Sorry, I was distracted. What was that?
Oh, Gustav just said that the mask reminds him of Graham. And he didn't get to meet Graham, he just found where he died. But he did read Graham's journal.
You inherited his soul, his will.
Flip roll
Wait,
history to see if you remember Graham.
Well, I clearly don't, because I came in after.
Do you come across another secret door?
Oh, don't like all the secret doors in this place.
That was an accident, whatever I just did.
Well, I didn't see anything happen, so
That's good.
Yeah, same.
Oh fuck, it's still happening.
It's like we see like an icon of like a troll.
I was actually doing that by accident.
How was that?
That. So one thing you notice as you come down here is that the two bugbears that were previously here are now gone.
Well, I'm kind of happy they're gone. I really did not want to kill them. And they threatened us, and it would have not been nice. And wait a second. Does this door lead where I think it leads? He's going to open this. Take a peek through this door, not quite fully open it.
That one's like leads back to the Grit Caves down there.
Ah, I knew it. Where's this go?
I think that leaves that's where the goblins were.
Okay. Well, I guess we just head back down and take a look with this here mask.
Yes.
Everyone fall in behind me, including you, Revy. Don't run up like that.
It was back through here that you recall the.
Oh, right.
Oh, this is. Oh, okay.
All right.
He's gonna stare at it with that mask on.
With the mask on it.
So, looking at the and just to remind you, this is a bas relief carving in the back wall of the alcove. The shallow niche, the bas relief sculpture is of a nude, heavy-set man playing a harp, and had the inscription on it: "Gaze upon me with bronzed visage, and secrets I shall reveal." Looking at the area with the bronze mask on, you feel the draw of magic in the alcove.
Something. Oh, something's a stirring.
Oh.
He's gonna.
Fox
He's gonna
becomes a
lean
little
down and stare at it
concerned.
harder. If you can stare at something harder.
Did you step into the alcove?
Yes.
So you are transported. You feel a. You feel like a pull, like just behind your belly button. You feel yourself hurtling through time and space, and find yourself in a 30-foot square stone room.
As Gustav disappears, I'm like, no, Gustav.
Gustav's gonna look around and be like, "Well, shit."
There's a mist-filled open doorway leading back to the dungeon alcove on the material plane. There is the other half of the broken 10-foot pole lying on the floor just inside the doorway where you found yourself. There is a portrait hanging upside down on one wall. It's a tall wood-framed painting of an old wizened man that looks like... Why can't I show it to players?
Gustav's gonna take both the pieces of the pole and stick them together.
This is the picture of the man on the painting. And it looks remarkably similar to the bronze mask that you have on. Seated
Who are you?
Seated in a high-backed oak chair in front of the painting is a simulacrum of the Mad Mage himself.
A fools you does?
The Mad Mage looks up at you and says, "Well, don't just stand there like a boob. Ask me 3 questions about the Undermountain. 2 of my answers will be true, and 1 will be false."
Oh, I wish I had the rest of my party in here.
Outside, Fox is prodding and touching the alcove and the statue to try to figure out what happened to Gustav.
As you step into the alcove, you're also transported.
I pop out. I'm like, what? What is this?
Don't say anything. We've got 3 questions. It's kind of like a genie, but it's just for information. And one of the things is going to be false. Shh. Don't ask anything.
Oh, okay.
He points. He's like, I would like to introduce you to... I am sorry. What was your name? I am Gustav.
No.
I'm sure it's fine. This is just introductories. He said ask about the Undermountain and ask him for his name.
That's true. I thought you wasted a question.
My name is Hallister Blackcloak.
Pleasure to meet you. Now, as far as the question goes,
I gently whisper into Gustav's ear. What should we ask?
well, that's what I'm turning to need right now. This is really important.
What if I say
Whatever you have to say, you write it down and show only me. I don't know how this pen operates. I apologize if I'm being overreactive, but I've heard tales of this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. So I write down on a piece of paper. What do you think is useful for our adventure? And I show it to Gustav.
Well, we could ask several things. We could ask who made the Undermountain. We could ask about the treasures of the Undermountain. We can ask about locations. We can ask
Mhm.
about the dangers of it,
Creature? Yeah.
creatures, magic, all
Well,
kinds of stuff.
I write down on the paper. Personally, I want to know how to what the best piece of armor in this dungeon is. I don't know.
Well, I've got it. Mr. Hollister, what is the greatest treasure in this dungeon?
Okay.
The greatest treasure in my dungeon is me.
Now that's what I call having some good self-confidence. You keep that up.
uh. Hmm. I write down on the piece of paper. Should we ask him if there's any way to quickly transport ourselves in between levels of the dungeon for ease of travel?
I'm sure we'll find that out on our own. Like, there's a
That's true.
skull port and stuff like that. Excuse me.
Hmm.
Oh, I had to sneeze. Cast silence on myself. Um,
Man, this is stressful.
oh, I haven't been this stressed out since I got out of the South Landmine.
Mhm. Okay, I'm gonna Google something really quick.
What are you doing?
I'm just gonna metagame a little bit. I want to see if there's any special questions because I think this is like important. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. I'll stop metagame. I apologize.
Ignoring what he said, I'm gonna
Okay.
continue asking questions.
Mm.
Um, what is
Ooh.
the greatest danger of this dungeon?
he he looks at you and chuckles and he goes, "Me."
Oh my god. I look at Gustav and I say, oh, what if... Oh fuck, I forgot my question. Fuck, I actually forgot my question. 1 second, I'll remember it real soon.
Well, I'm pretty sure both of those were the true ones. So that means for the lie.
Oh.
This dungeon is old, yes? Older than you or me or anything else out here.
Mm-hmm.
Who
Yeah.
is the name of the person who made it? I'm referring to the dwarven sections. Don't you say me for the parts that you made.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna have to look that up.
I was
Must be a
gonna
true
ask.
answer, otherwise they would have lied.
Do you mean the Do you mean the whole Undermountain?
Yeah.
Okay. I knew you were going to throw something at me that I would have to look up.
Count on me to be interested in the lore behind things.
I was gonna ask why he built the dungeon. What purpose did it serve? But I guess that's more of a lore thing.
He's known
I
as
just
the
asked
Mad Mage. I don't think
Okay.
he had a reason. I could have thrown.
the
I was thinking.
the
Go
uh,
ahead.
the Undermountain was created by Clan Malekin. There's a dwarf named Melair. He explored and found mithril in the mountain that was later called Mount Waterdeep. He built the underhalls inside the mountain. They formed an arrangement with the elves of Ilfan, the mithril for the elves' magic, and that prevented the caverns to collapse no matter what.
Oh. Out of character, that's actually good to know. So we shouldn't cast a large area of the spell magic
Mm-hmm.
because we end up
We
collapsing
were
or
just gonna
something,
collapse the cavern, yeah.
and then we're gonna die. The campaign's gonna end there because the whole damn thing collapsed.
Dude, oh my
I'm-
god.
I'm pretty happy with that one. All right. Thank you, sir. A pleasure to meet your
Mhm.
acquaintance.
As you are saying this to Halaster, he begins to turn to slush and melt away.
No, my friend. I try to use my healing hands on the slush.
Oh my god.
There's nothing to heal. It's gone.
Oh. Did you say the painting was of this guy?
Oh man. Is your staff still intact?
Oh yeah. First off, I'm gonna try to put the two pieces of the stick together and see what happens.
Do you have mending?
I see,
Damn
I
it.
see.
Flip does.
Wait,
I'm gonna
I
then
think
take
I
the
have
painting.
mending.
I'm gonna take the painting. I'm gonna take it out of its wood frame because I can't carry that around. I'm gonna roll it up and stick it in my bag and be like, I will remember you, friend.
Wait, so for cantrips, it's not like spells for clerics. I don't have every cantrip available to me.
No, you only have a set amount of cantrips that you can
Okay.
cast, and that's it.
I didn't know how cleric spells work, to BH.
Don't worry, I know how cleric
Mm.
spells work. Just ask me if you have any questions.
Okay. We'll have to get that staff repaired. It seems to be really interesting.
I'm gonna have a gander around the room.
Loot. What does the staff look like again?
It's just a pole. So the 10-foot pole.
Oh, just
So, it just occurs to me, I've not heard Flip speak in a long time.
yeah.
Flip didn't enter with you.
Okay. He just stood there and watched Eros and Gustav disappear. Just making sure.
Yeah, he's giving you like an hour, and then he's just gonna call it quits on. No, just kidding.
We come back out, Flip's gone. It's like, damn it, we lost another one.
Mhm. No, I didn't know how to spell it, so I was
Right.
was reluctant to type anything.
Alright, first off, I'm gonna have a gander. Actually, no. I'm gonna walk towards the exit. I'm gonna stick my hand out.
Yep.
And wait for it to come in. Just my hand. I'm not gonna get yeeted. Just
I'm just gonna straight
Flip
up
dropped
walk
the
out
handle.
and say, "Hello, Hello, Flip."
I'll walk in there.
We had a very pleasant conversation in there. Should have came in.
Gustav begins to tell everything to Flip. So Flip is now filled in. I'm like, could you give me a hand here, Flip? And he puts the pieces of the pole together. He's like, could you cast Minden on that for me real quick, like?
Yeah, sure can.
So the 10-foot pole mends together. So the two 5-foot lengths join together at the area where it was sheared off, and you now have a 10-foot pole.
I'm used to
Nice.
using something like this, if you know what I'm saying. That was a dick joke.
Huh.
Well, I've had this thing with me for so long. I'm carrying it with me to the rest of this damn dungeon.
That could be useful, I think.
You
Like,
never know when
what
you
if you
might
need to
go
open a
bulging.
10-foot door? Yeah.
If I need to open a 10-foot door, I'm gonna push on this. The hell are you on?
No, I meant like a door that you're 10 feet away from.
Oh, that makes more sense.
So the old like the old Tomb of Horrors and that sort of stuff in first and second editions, where
Yeah.
basically they would just go step by step, just like touching everything with the 10-foot pole.
yeah.
Tap, 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 tap. I've heard stories of first and second edition. That's how I would go through that. I heard that in first and second edition, you could end up making a new character every session.
Yeah. Yeah, you would always have a few character sheets ready to go.
Hardcore gamers only.
Pretty much. And like back in first edition, it was like, what's your class? Elf. Gustav's gonna give a once over to the room to make sure he doesn't miss out on anything else.
No, there's nothing else here. It really is just like a tiny little room in a demi-plane somewhere for the purpose of meeting Halasta.
So he takes the painting, he's carrying the stick, and I guess he leaves. And he comes back.
Yeah, Well, that
I
was
do
quite
apologize for that,
encounter.
Remy. But I'm pretty sure our business here is concluded and we can go down to the second level.
I
Yes.
agree.
Let's go.
Alright.
Do you know where the second level is, Rebby?
I think I
Yes.
remember. But
This-
I'll let Revy lead the way. Something tells me he has better
A better
vision
sense.
than me.
All right. I will take us down to level 2.
Oh, I see. Fox, after pondering Revy's fate, has decided that it's okay for Revy to take revenge, and he will no longer try to stop him.
It's really Revy's business.
After he slept on it, he was like, huh, it really is Revy's business.
That dream advertisement did it for him. He's like, I see everything.
Yeah. You know, like dream advertisements in Cyberpunk? Nah, dude, dream advertisements in Faerun.
Dude, imagine if companies could actually make you dream of their products.
Oh, dude, that would be the worst. Literally the worst.
Yeah. Like, I just go to sleep and just hear nothing but, like, Pepsi. Over and over again.
Yeah, I know, right? You just dream of Pepsi. You're like drinking Pepsi, you're enjoying Pepsi, and then you wake up and you're like, oh, god damn it. I knew I shouldn't have bought a house next to the 5G tower.
Bum, bum, bum.
So,
not sure if
once
I
I
needed.
get down there, we're gonna let Revy lead the way, because he's put up with our shenanigans long enough. We're gonna follow him and help him to get his revenge so he can rest peacefully.
Yeah.
And we're
I
gonna
think.
stop some murderers on the way, too.
You know, at first I was reluctant because of the whole revenge thing. But I mean, now that I think of it, it is kind of justice for Revy to get his revenge.
My Gustav's okay with it is because they're the type of people that murder someone just for money. And if they get away, they're gonna do it again. Like 100%.
I tumbled down the stairs. Ah.
All right.
I'm gonna roll strength to see how far I can push Fox down the stairs.
Oh god, no.
That's a long set of
Let's
stairs.
let's just cool it for a second, just while I
Okay,
do one look up. Boom, 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 boom. Fucking thing, fucking thing.
Quick question. Are we supposed to explore all 20 levels in like one setting? Like do we like ever go back
Oh yeah, you
to
can go back to Waterdeep at any time.
Okay. That was a pretty good video. No, don't touch me there.
Tex, that's really weird.
Do 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 do. All right. Let's take a break.
Can do.
Alright.
There's just a couple of additional things I want to read before.
Alright. How long? Like 10, 15, 20.
Let's go 20. Have a
Alright.
bite to eat as well.
That sounds
Safe,
fine by me.
I'll be right back.
Sounds
I'm
good.
gonna go make myself a sandwich.
Cool,
I
cool.
smell food cooking. I'm gonna go see what it is. I'll be back.